Hello, welcome to a great everyday Vinyasa yoga flow for all levels. Grab your mat, let's get started. So we're going to start with our heels toward a little bit more toward the back of your mat, and then take your fingertips forward tented. You can bend your knees a bit, and then what we're going to do is bend the knees even more, belly toward the thighs, lift your heels, and then bring your knees toward the ground, lift your chest, look up on the inhale. Exhale, ground your heels back down, straighten the legs, and fold, chin toward chest. So it's kind of this whole back body wake up on the inhale. Knees come toward your wrists, tented fingers. Inhale, look up. Exhale, lift your knees and fold. Inhale, coming forward, knees down, lift up, look up. Exhale, heels down, fold, drag your hips back. And then walk your hands forward, coming into downward facing dog. Pedal your feet, lift one heel at a time, really spreading through the fingers, rooting through the index finger and thumb. On your inhale, wave into a plank, lifting your belly. On your exhale, soften your knees, sweep back to downward dog. So we're moving the body with the breath. That's the definition of vinyasa. Inhale, you wave forward. Exhale, sweep back. Inhale, waving forward, knees down on your exhale, hips to heels, child's pose. Inhale, wave forward, shoulders over palms, spread your collarbones, look up. Exhale, downward dog. And we'll do that flow a couple times to warm up. Inhale, plank, knees down. Exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, wave through, look up. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Inhale, gliding through, plank, knees down, exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, spreading through, collarbones broad. Exhale, downward dog. Breathing there. Good. Feel the nice stretch as the heels press toward the earth. Then we'll come into a tabletop. Extend your right heel straight back. Come up to tented fingers so you have a little room. Press that right heel very straight. Inhale, lift the right heel. Exhale, knee to nose. Slide your right foot right between the hands. Keep the back toes tucked. Take your hands, interlace them on top of the right thigh. Find your stability. Then float your arms forward and up into crescent lunge. We're going to inhale, lift up, arch the back. Exhale, belly in, fingers forward. Palms facing each other. So do that a couple times. Inhale up, look up. Exhale, belly in, look toward your knee. Inhale, look up. Exhale, reach forward, hands frame that front foot. Lift your left knee, spin your left heel down. Take your right forearm to the top of the thigh bone, palm facing up. Keep your left hand on your hip for a moment, pressing through that left heel. Then reach your left arm right up alongside the ear, and reach, reach, reach. Left fingertips forward. Then rooting through your left foot, come to reverse your warrior, left hand to left thigh. Right arm sweeps up and over. We're going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, it's a slow cartwheel. Releasing your hands to frame your front foot. We're going to straighten the right leg and turn your right toes in, your right heel out until you find this wide-legged stance. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hold. Wrap your hands on your outer ankles. Open your elbows away from each other and let your crown of head spill down. Wagging your tail. Very good. Now walk your hands toward your left foot. Turn your left toes to point straight ahead. Swing your right heel over the toes. So now the back of your mat is now the front of your mat. And then take a big step back to downward dog. Lift up through the hips. And lift the heels. We're going to wave into a plank. Bring your knees down into tabletop position. Lifting up through the back of the head. Lifting your lower belly so you have a nice toned core. Extend your left heel straight back. Left toes are rolling down. Come up to tented fingers to have a little more room. Lift that left heel, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Hoist that left foot through right between the hands. So you may have to inch your right knee back, just a little pinch behind the hip. Take your time to come on up. Interlace your hands on your left thigh to find your stability. And then tone your core. Sweep your arms forward and up. On the inhale, little back bend. Exhale, belly in. Reach the fingertips away. Look at your left knee. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, belly in. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, belly in. Then inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands frame that front foot. Lift your right knee and spin that right heel down. It's about heel to heel alignment. Lightly take your left forearm to the top of the thigh bone, palm facing up. You're tucking your left sitting bone under the pelvis. And then your right hand can stay on your back, or you're going to sweep that right arm right up alongside the ear. Spiral the right inner arm in toward your ear. So you're kind of squeezing that right bicep in toward the ear canal and plugging the right shoulder blade right on the back. Root through that right foot. On your inhale, reverse your warrior. Right hand to right thigh. Left arm sweeps up and overhead. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, slow cartwheel. Hands frame that front foot. You're going to straighten that left leg. Turn your left toes in, your left heel out. Walk your hands in between your feet. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, fold. Take your hands around onto your back. Give your lower back a press. And or if it feels available, interlace the fingers, peel the arms away from the back. And let your head hang. It's a Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged fold. One more inhale. Exhale, very gently release the interlace and hands come down to your ankles. Then look at your right foot. Walk your hands toward your right foot. Turn your right toes to point straight ahead. Swing the back heel over the toes and plant the palms and step right back to downward dog. Breathing here. And then inhale into plank. Elbows in. Exhale all the way down onto your belly. Feet are flat on your inhale into a cobra pose. On your exhale, come back to child's pose. Hips to heels. Stretch the palms away from your hips. Wriggle your hips back toward your toes. Forehead melting down. Tented fingers, look forward. Slide your right knee forward, wider than your right wrist. Right foot is flexed. Slide that left leg long, all the way through the top of the foot. The right foot's a little bit flexed. The right sitting bone drops down toward the mat. You're going to make your way to your forearms. Take prayer hands and rest your third eye center, that space between your eyebrows. Rest that area right on your thumbs and drag your thumbs down toward the eyes a little bit, getting into those pressure points, kind of right where your eyebrows begin. Give those a press and it can be really calming on the nerves. And I'm just going to relax as much as you can for a smooth inhale and a long, slow exhale. Dropping your focus in and down. Pigeon pose. Smooth, steady breathing. Now you'll bring your focus down to the top of your left foot. We're going to draw the belly in toward the spine and start to walk yourself up onto fingertips. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Look forward or slightly up. Inhale. Exhale, look down. Plant your palms. Lift your hips and slide that right leg back into your child's pose. Evening out the hips. Now preparing for the left side of pigeon, tented fingers, slide that left knee forward, wider than the wrist. Left foot is flexed. We're going to inch that right leg long, resting the top of that right foot flat, rolling that right hip point down. This left sitting bone's bringing itself slowly down toward the ground, or you could have a prop like a little pillow under there or a blanket. And then slowly come down to your forearms. Now you can rest your forehead on the floor, on a block, or I'm giving this option for prayer hands. So your elbows are kind of inching a little bit more away from the shoulder, and then you drag your thumbs right into those pressure points, dragging the area of the brow line in between the brows right toward the eye sockets. And then taking a body scan, letting yourself relax as much as you can. You can let your mind linger on the area of the most sensation. Good. Softening your jaw, unclenching your jaw. Then directing your focus down into the top of your right foot. Draw your belly toward the spine and slowly walk yourself back up onto tented fingers. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, look neutral or look slightly up. Inhale deep into the belly. Exhale, look down, plant your palms. Now start to lift your hips. You can tuck the back toes and inch that right knee forward a little bit, and then slide the left leg back. Toes are tucked, hips to heels. Then walk your hands toward your knees. Sit on the heels for just a moment. And then go ahead and sit over to the right. We're going to swing the legs around. Go ahead and inch yourself forward toward the front of your mat. And then gradually, slowly make your way down onto your back. Feel free to cover up with clothing, socks, or blankets to get comfortable. As you arrive onto your back, go ahead and hug both knees in and give one little squeeze, rocking side to side, massaging out your back and tracing that shape of the sacrum into the ground. Then rest your feet on the floor and start to gradually slide the heels out again. And rest your arms alongside the body, letting go onto your back, brief shavasana. Shoulder blades totally dissolving. Arms are heavy from the shoulder blades down through the fingertips. Legs are heavy from the hips down through the knees and out through the toes. Breath flows naturally. Soften your throat, your jaw. And invite, when you inhale, compassion and tenderness for all of your aspects of self, all of the aspects of yourself, things you love about yourself, things you wish you could change. Surround that with that whole self with a sense of tenderness and understanding and patience. When you exhale, you can let go of stress, tension, fear, and anxiety. And invite gratitude for anything at all to fill your heart, and let that energy flow into all the cells at once. And beginning to wiggle fingers and toes, eventually reaching the arms up to take a reset stretch. Big full inhale. Exhale, feet on the floor. Take a couple windshield wipers. Then windshield wiper over to the left-hand side. Rest there for a moment with the head in the crook of the arm. When you're ready, come on up to sit. Great job getting on your mat today, sitting upright for another moment together. Palms together in front of the chest. Wishing you joy, peace, health, strength, courage, and always trust on the journey. Namaste. Great job getting on your mat today. Drop me a comment, let me know a little bit about you, help me build my community, and subscribe. Hit that super thanks. It all supports this channel and my efforts. Thanks so much. See you next time.